Alright, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to write an equation of a quadratic function that has given properties. Opens down, maximum value of 6, axis of symmetry of -3, and 0 at +2. So what do we know about quadratic functions? If they open down, they will have an a value that is negative. If they have a maximum value of 6, that means that whatever this maximum value is, it's going to be at 6. And then the axis of symmetry at -3, 1, 2, 3, -3. The axis of symmetry will cross through here. Therefore, this corner that is created by these two limits, we are now having the vertex there. So these two characteristics create the vertex of -3, 6. And then we have the 0 at 2. So 1, 2. This is your 0. And it touches through there. So our parabola will look something like this. So to write an equation of this parabola, we pretty much, again, have to decide what equation to use. Ax squared plus bx plus c. Ax minus h squared plus k, or ax minus p x minus q. Because we have a vertex, we want to use the vertex form. Okay, so we're going to have y equals a x minus h squared plus k. So to substitute, we are going to substitute the h and the k here that we created. So that's -3 and 6. And we are going to have a double negative right here. So now that becomes x plus 3 squared plus 6. And to have a final answer, we need to have an a value. But because we are not given an a value, we need to look for what can we do with the information given. So when they give you a 0, because a 0 is on the x-axis, we are considering this to also be an x-intercept that can be written as a point. So we write it as a point, it's going to be 2, 0, which becomes 2 as your x and y as your 0. So 0 equals a 2 plus 3 squared plus 6. And then we solve for it. Here we do PEMDAS, so following the inside, so that's a 5. And then we square that. So that's 25. Because a is right next to it, we are multiplying times a, so we're just going to write the a on the right side as 25 becomes the coefficient. So we subtract 6 from both sides. Again, we're solving for a. And last but not least, we divide by the coefficient. And your a will result in the same fraction. If you type it in your calculator, it pretty much shows you that that's the simplest form. If I turn that decimal into a fraction, it turns back into -6 over 25. So therefore, your a value will be -6 over 25, and we're going to use that to write our final answer. So the final answer will be y equals -6 over 25, parentheses, x plus 3, so it goes back to what this has, x plus 3 squared plus 6. So if I graph this in the calculator, I am going to verify and confirm that it is opening down, has a maximum value of 6, has an x-axis of symmetry at -3, and the 0 is at 2. I'm going to go ahead and go to my online calculator, delete these two, so y equals -6 divided by 25, parentheses, x, plus 3 squared plus 6. All right, so it's definitely opening down. We do have a highest at 6 and the axis of symmetry at -3. And we do have a 0 at 2, 0. Okay, so this confirms that the equation that we created does match these characteristics. I hope this video helped.